In this video, we're going to review using the 3D view in LP360 sUAS. I've already loaded my LAS and raster data, and I've turned my LAS data view to display by 10 surface. To start off with, using the 3D view, you're going to left click on the Draw the 3D Viewer Extent button. Okay. I'm just going to use the scroll wheel and zoom in on an area that I'm interested in, maybe a few of these stockpiles over here. I'm just going to left click and hold to draw a box over the area that I'm interested in, and then I'm going to let go when I've defined the area that I want to have the 3D view for. A window should pop up on the right part of your screen. We will go ahead and it's being displayed by individual points, just like it would as default in the map view. Let's go ahead and 10 that data. Alright, so I'm left clicking and holding down the mouse button, moving the mouse up and down to zoom in and out. Right click and hold to rotate the image, and then hold both the left and right mouse buttons to pan. Okay. We have the different views that we had in the profile view and the map view. Display by color bands. Again, this is that 2-foot interval we had chosen previously in another video. Display by classification. If we've done some classification, we can just display by the classifications we choose. This is intensity, monochromatic, return combination. Again, just a single return combination because we use photography. Point source ID, GIS fusion, RGB. This is pretty useful. Zoom in and out. You can even see the shadows in the imagery. The point cloud. And display by file. It's a single file, so we're just going to see a single color. See, we can apply shading to kind of better show the elevation changes. You can toggle the hill shading on and off. We have on the fly contours. You can display contours like this, or you can have. We also have an option for smooth contours, where we've moved the contour just by a very small increment in a way to take out the jagged edges of some of the contours. You can see this is a good example right here. I'm going to toggle between smooth and unsmooth contours. You can see just the jaggedness because of the resolution of the point cloud. And if you choose smooth contours, we can smooth that out. Break line enforcement. If we had a break line, which we'll be going over in another video, you can display the way it's going to change the point cloud. You can turn that on and off. Display properties similar to what you would find in the profile view or the map view. Okay. Let's say we've got this view into some kind of funky spot underneath the stockpile or something like that. I want to get back to just a top-down view to start over. Just simply, hit the T button. We can have a top-down view. fit to window. I'm just going to zoom us out. So even if I'm in a kind of a wacky view, zoomed in, if I go to fit to window, it's going to keep that same rotation view, but it's going to go ahead and zoom us out. Okay. Show some axis lines so we can get our bearings. So you can see the plus Z means it's in the upwards direction. The negative Z is going to be down below the surface, and so on, so we can get our orientation straight. See plus Y, negative Y, minus X, plus X. Force all points. Now this is dependent on our display settings. Okay, so I'm going to click on our active LIDAR layer properties up here. Performance options, depending on what I've allowed as the maximum display of points, that's what it'll display. So if I picked an area that's too big, that's more than what I've, the default settings are more than I've chosen to be allowed to be displayed, then we're going to see some errors in the display. So let's go ahead and try to force 100%. You can see it can only show just a really small subset of that area that we've chosen. Let's go ahead and I'm going to click on draw the 3D viewer extent. We're going to pick a really small area because I haven't changed any of the display settings. You can see I've turned off force 100%. Just make it just a little bit bigger. Okay, let's force 100%. You can see the density of the points if you force 100%. Also, if you just pick a really small area of the point cloud to look at, it's probably going to be displayed at 100%. Okay. And we can choose to display by our classification filter. So if we wanted to just display certain classifications, we can do that here. We can choose whatever preset filter we wanted that was determined in the live view filter as far as what was saved. And that's it for the 3D view. Just like with the profile view, if you grab the top here, I'm just going to go ahead and turn the profile view on real quick. This is what it's going to look like with both. I can pull, if I've got multiple monitors, I can pull the 3D view out and move it to whatever monitor I want it to. Same with the profile view. That I'm grabbing that left side on the profile view and the top side on the 3D view to move that window out. Okay, so then you can move these to different monitors if you wanted to, and that way you can have the profile view, 3D view, and the map view going all at the same time on different monitors.